Today, let's see if you're mispronouncing these common words. These are words you likely use every day, but their pronunciation doesn't match the spelling. Are you mispronouncing them? Let's find out. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Here's a sentence, and you need to pronounce the word in bold. And make sure you say it out loud. So say the word in bold right now. I'll say the sentence and I want you to compare your pronunciation to mine. I had a salad with fresh vegetables. I'll say it again. Vegetables. Vegetables. Now, what I hear with students is adding an extra sound because with spelling, you often see letters, but pronunciation, those letters may be either silent or simply reduced to the point you don't hear them. So you don't pronounce that middle E. Repeat after me, vegetable. Now add that S, vegetables. Notice there's three sounds. Vegetable. He grows his own vegetables in the garden. Don't worry about taking notes. I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. Now, coming back to that sentence, there's another common word I hear a lot of mispronunciations with. So now I want you to say this word in bold. Say it out loud. Now listen to me. I had a salad with fresh, say it out loud, vegetables. But did you say salad, lid? Notice, of course, there are two sounds, but the last sound is an unstressed. So that A becomes a the schwa, lid. Lid. Just like a cover for something we call a lid. It's the same sound. And then the syllable stress is on the first sound. Salad. Salad. Repeat after me. Salad. She ordered a chicken salad for lunch. So now you can correctly pronounce two very common words. Let's review this sentence. Say the word in bold. Say it out loud. Listen to me. Their marriage. So this is another example of a drop sound and also an unstressed sound. Their marriage ceremony was beautiful. So here, marriage, age. There are two sounds. The last sound is just age. Repeat after me. Age. And then the syllable stress is on the first sound, marriage. Repeat after me, marriage. Their marriage is growing stronger every day. Our next sentence, oh, does this word in bold confuse you? Say it out loud. So, did you pronounce it as often? If you did, great job, that's correct. Did you pronounce it as often with the T? Often? Well, guess what? That's correct too. And this isn't according to me, this is according to the dictionary. There are two correct pronunciations for often. Now in North America, it's more common to drop the T. She often travels for work, and that's what I use 90% of the time, 95% of the time. Sometimes it slips out and I pronounce the T for no reason at all, and other American speakers do as well. So both are correct, but the more common one is the dropped T. I often go jogging in the morning. Here's our next sentence and another confusing word in bold. How do you say it? Say it out loud. The company uses customer data to improve service. Have you heard both of those pronunciations? Data. Well, guess what? Both of them are correct, and the dictionary lists both of them as the correct spelling for American English. Just like with often, using the first pronunciation, data, day, and then that T is being reduced to a soft D because it comes between two vowels, so it will sound like d, da, data. That is more common, but you will absolutely hear American speakers say data, data, but they will use the soft D sound because we have a T between two vowels. Data, data. The data shows an increase in sales. That is the more common one, and that's the one, again, I use 90 to 95% of the time, but sometimes I just randomly say data. Our next sentence with a very common word, say it out loud. That coat was a real, say it, was a real bargain. Bargain. So make sure that last sound is an unstressed sound. It's just gun, gun, gun. There's no vowel in it. You don't hear that A sound. Bargain, bargain. And the syllable stress is on the first sound. Bargain. Say it. Bargain. I found a great bargain online, which means I'm going to save money or I'm going to get more for the same amount of money. Oh, coming back to salad and vegetables, our next commonly mispronounced word, say it out loud. We need some lettuce, lettuce. For the salad. You already know salad. Well, the same thing here. That end sound is very unstressed. And also the T is becoming a soft D. Lettuce. Lettuce. So the syllable stress is on the first sound. Lettuce. Lettuce. I grew many vegetables this year, including lettuce. How about this next common word? Here's the sentence. Say the word in bold. Say it out loud. He applied for last month, a mortgage. This is an example of a word where we have a silent letter. It's not that the T is being softened or reduced or changed to a D. The T does not exist. The T is there for spelling. I don't know why, but it is not pronounced. It's a silent T. Do not say it. And also listen to the end of the word, how unstressed it is. Remember how you pronounced marriage, idge? It's that similar sound, mortgage, but you have a G in front of it, gidge, gidge. Repeat after me, gidge. And the syllable stress is on the first sound, mortgage, mortgage. Repeat after me, mortgage. They finally paid off their mortgage. Here's a word you say every day. Say it out loud. The temperature. Is that what you said? The temperature dropped below 0. So here you want to be careful about the number of sounds. This is an example where sounds get so reduced that you just don't hear them. So you want 3 sounds. Temperature, temperature. And then the syllable stress, temperature. The syllable stress is on the first sound. Now you can always look to the phonetic spelling to identify the syllable stress as well. Temperature. The doctor checked my temperature. Our next word, this one always confuses me when I see the spelling of it. So say it out loud. They decided to bury the treasure. So here it's just a totally different vowel sound from the spelling. She buried the time capsule in the yard. So notice, in the past simple, buried. Just add a soft a soft D on the end. Repeat after me, buried. Now let's try one sentence with bury and bury, two different words, two different spellings, but the same pronunciation. So when you say it, there should be no difference between the two. Can you help me? Bury seeds. So when you see this word in spelling, just picture a berry, a strawberry, a blueberry to tell you how to pronounce it. Now thinking of berries, well, slightly, let's review this sentence. They own a vineyard. Is that what you said? A vineyard. Repeat after me, vineyard. So there are two words basically, but the individual spelling of those two words is reduced compared to when you have the word on its own. So it's vin. And then the second word is yard, yard. So two reduced sounds. The vineyard. Repeat after me. The vineyard. The vineyard produces excellent wine. But listen to this. I put up a sign in my yard. The word on its own is stressed. Yard. In my yard, repeat, yard. Next to the vine, a plant that grows up and has very long stems, a vine. To promote the new, say it, vineyard. So be careful when you have these words on their own compared to the place where wine is produced. Now speaking of vineyards, let's see this sentence. The new vineyard produces an excellent, in the context of wine, how is this pronounced? Well, my French speakers may know because it's rosé. Now, the French word has an accent over the E, but in casual purposes, like here, most of the time the spelling doesn't include the accent because we don't have it on our keyboards. But on a wine bottle or at a vineyard, they will have the correct spelling, which shows the accent over the E, because this is the French word, so we use the French spelling, rosé. But that is only for the type of wine, white, red, rosé. But you would absolutely say, I surprised her with the type of flower, a rose, and a bottle of rosé for her birthday. So just be careful about that. The flower is rose. The bottle of wine is rosé because it's a French word. Let's review this common word. Say it out loud. That was a tough decision. Decision. Did you get that j sound at the end? Decision. Decision. Jin. Repeat after me. Jin. That's important that you get that voiced sound. Jin. 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 Decision. So the syllable stress is on the second sound. Decision. Have you made a, say it out loud, have you made a decision yet? Think of all the common words that you've improved the pronunciation of. Do you want me to keep helping you with your pronunciation? If you do, put let's go, put let's go in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And here's another lesson I know you'll love. Watch it now.